Hariom students, I am Pushpanjali from CBSE English classes. Today I am going to tell you about sentences. What is sentence and how many kinds of sentences are there? Now first of all, what is sentence? So sentence is a group of words with a subject and a predicate and express a complete thought. It is called sentence. It is very easy to understand that sentence is a group of words which has complete sense, and it has a subject, predicate and object. You can see parts of sentence. So parts of sentence are subject, predicate and object. Then let me explain you what is subject and what is predicate and what is object. Every complete sentence has two parts. First of all, subject and predicate. So what is subject and what is predicate? The subject is the who or what the sentence is about, and the predicate tells what the subject does. It is very clear to you. I will tell you the example. See, subject and predicate. I want a new car. I is doer here. So doer is subject. Want a new car is a part of sentence. So it is predicate. Okay. Now you will ask, dear children, then what is object here? So I want a new car. I is subject here. Want a new car. Then car is object here. Getting? See, Mr. Smith took a walk. So Mr. Smith is subject and took a walk is predicate. The dentist pulled out a tooth. So the dentist is here subject. Pulled out the tooth is predicate. The pig with the big snout slobbered on kid. See here, it is subject here and it is predicate here. So I think it is very clear to you what is subject and what is predicate, because the students are not knowing what is subject and what is predicate. So first of all, that should be clear to you all. Now come to the structure of a sentence. What is a structure of a sentence? When we are writing something, we don't know the structure. So structure of a sentence is subject plus verb plus object. You can see here, a sentence can be without helping verb. Isn't it? It is not necessary that it always have the helping verb. There would be helping verb or main verb. So subject plus main verb plus object is the formula for a sentence. I read newspaper. So I is here subject, read is here verb and newspaper is object. Getting all of you? So this is subject, verb, object. So it is a structure of a sentence. You can see here, John caught the ball. John here subject, caught here verb and ball here object. Then subject, verb, object. Complete structure we have formed. So it is a structure of a sentence. Now come to the kinds of the sentences. There are many types of sentences: assertive or declarative, interrogative, imperative, exclamatory, optative. First of all, we will discuss the assertive sentence. What is assertive sentences? The sentence which state or describe something. They are called assertive sentences and they end with a full stop. Very clear, children, that assertive sentences can be affirmative, positive. Affirmative means positive and negative. For example, you see, it's warm today. It's warm today. It is affirmative sentence, positive sentence. It's not warm today. It is negative sentence. So sentences that contain not or no are called negative sentences. So assertive sentence, you can say an assertive sentence is a simple statement or assertion, either affirmative or negative. So here also we can see the pattern, subject plus verb plus object. Again we are having the same thing here. English is an international language. It is positive sentence, affirmative sentence. We do not know bad things. So it is negative sentence. Everybody should know English. It is model auxiliary here you can see. Now come to the declarative sentences. Assertive sentences is also known as declarative sentences. So don't get confused that this is second type of sentence. No, it is same as assertive sentence, also known as declarative sentences. Declarative sentences are those which are statements and ends with a full stop. I want noodles for dinner. You can see same statement. There is no any change. That is assertive also you can say, declarative also you can say. Now come to the interrogative sentence. What is interrogative sentence? An interrogative sentence asks question and it ends with question mark. Very easy. What is your name? Here we are asking question. Did you turn the light off? It is also a question here, ending with a question mark. What is your favorite song? Again here question I am asking. So these are interrogative sentences. You can also see here, interrogative sentence begins with some specific words like who, which, what, when, where, why, how, whom, how much, how many. These are known as WH questions, isn't it? How is your business running on? Who fixed the computer? Whom do you support? These all are question. You can see it ends with question mark. So interrogative sentences, you can see interrogative sentences are sentences that ask question. Interrogative also have at least a subject and a predicate. We can't say that these interrogative sentences that does not have subject predicate. They also have subject and predicate. Note that the subject might be the question word itself. As example we have seen here, who bought you lunch? Who bought you lunch? Why do we believe in miracles? These all are interrogative sentences. So don't get confused. Now question, WH question may start with any interrogative pronoun that you can see here. Who ate the apple? What movie did you see? Why aren't you coming to the party? Where are you now? So these all are interrogative sentences, isn't it? The answer to WH question is never yes or no. Okay? Never it comes to the yes or no. Now interrogative sentences also having some pattern, you can say structure. Do, does, did. Okay, do, does, did. This is helping verb plus subject plus main verb plus object. This is the structure of a sentence. And WH word plus do plus does plus did, that is helping verb, subject plus main verb plus object. You have to remember this always for forming a sentence. You can see here, does she work in Gujarat Gas? Why does she work in Gujarat Gas? Now, how we have made the question here? Does Ram stay in Vadodara? Where does Ram stay in Vadodara? So we had made how we have made the question. Come to the imperative sentence. What is imperative sentence? So imperative sentence gives a command or make a request. It ends with a period. The subject of a command or request is always a UNB note in the sentence. Now in another word we can see imperative sentences are the sentences which suggest command, request, order, suggestion, like that. Okay. Now please bring the pizza to the table. So I am requesting here. See, please word is used here. So please bring the pizza to the table. So we are getting the suggestion. Mom, please tie my shoes. So I am requesting my mom to tie the shoes. So it is which type of sentences? So it is imperative sentences. So imperative sentences, we know it is command is also command is also given, request is also given. Get the flag quickly. Command there. Keep off the grass. Command here. Can you help me find my shoes? So I am requesting na. Please return to your seats. Now this is also request. So we just came to understood that the sentence which suggests command, request, suggestion, isn't it? Advice. So that are called imperative sentences. Please bring this basket to your grandma. This is request. Don't do that. Command. Would you please turn the volume of light higher? Request. Be quiet. Command. So we can see here these are imperative sentences. Now come to the exclamatory sentences. What is exclamatory sentences? So exclamatory sentences show strong feelings or surprise. You have seen that girl how she was surprised. An exclamatory sentence ends with an exclamation mark. For example, you can see the house is on fire. Now here we are exclaim. There is a mouse in the house. You can see here it got ended with a mark of exclamation. What a beautiful day. Now I am surprised here. What a beautiful day. I am hungry. Here also, you did a great job. Isn't it? It also got surprised here. So I love the color of your room. So these all are exclamatory sentences and ends with what? Mark of exclamation. So exclamatory sentence, a sentence that expresses a strong emotion and ends with mark of exclamation. You can see exclamatory mark is given there. So these all are the example of exclamatory sentence. Okay. Oh my God. Would you stop by here? So again here exclamatory sentence. Please help me now. Again here exclamatory sentence. Very clear now. What is optative sentences? Optative sentences just suggest, wish, desire, prayer are expressed by the optative sentences. Now you can see may plus assertive. You can say may you live long. It is we are getting here what? It is a desire here. May you live long. Wish you all the best. Long live the king. Here we can see we can see that here we are just having the desire, wish. We are praying. Isn't it? So that is the main differences between exclamatory sentence and optative sentence. In exclamatory sentence, that strong emotion was there. And here wish, prayer, bless and curse. These are expressed in optative sentences. So I wish I were the Prime Minister. Isn't it? So here what we are? May you live long. Desire here. Prayer is there. God save the world. Long live our Prime Minister. So these all are our desire, our wish, our prayer. Okay. God bless you. We are praying, na? So it is, what is that is? That is optative sentences. Now dear children, come to the second part of the sentence. Very few students know that there are also second part of sentences, that is simple sentence, compound sentence and complex sentence. So what is simple sentence? A simple sentence has one independent clause. It expresses a complete thought using a subject and a predicate. In the beginning we have seen every sentence has a subject and predicate. Okay. Now you can see here, the hungry children bought a pie at the farmer's market. So the hungry children here subject and bought a pie at the farmer's market. This is predicate. So here you can see simple sentence is a sentence which has one independent clause. It is one independent clause and which has subject, predicate and finite verb. You can see here, James ate the avocado very fast. So here independent clause we can see, object we can see and modifier we can see. So many examples I have given. You can see the examples here. Robert and Steve are constantly talking in class and disturbing the other students. These all are complete sentence. It is a complete sentence. It has one independent clause. It is dependent sentence. It does not depend upon others. So it is simple sentence. Very easy to understand. A sentence that consists of just one independent clause. So that is what? That is simple sentence. You can see here, the prisoner escaped. It is a simple sentence. Now many examples here I have given. The pen is mightier than the sword. It is simple sentence because it is independent sentence. Independent clause is used in this sentence. You can see many examples I have given. Come to the compound sentence. What is compound sentence? So a compound sentence contains two or more independent clauses. Clauses are joined by a coordinating conjunction. Always remember, two equal rank of sentence got joined by the coordinating conjunction. Here both the sentences will be independent clause, means principal clause. Okay. The boys went to the park but they did not go to the zoo. Here see, two parts are here. The boy went to the park, first part, but they did not go to the zoo. First one is also independent clause and second one is also independent clause. Isn't it? So it is compound sentence. And we can also say that for, and, nor, but, or, yet. These conjunctions are always used for compound sentence. You can see many examples I have given again. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. These are the conjunction always used for the compound sentence. A compound sentence consists of two independent clauses joined together by a comma and a coordinating conjunction. These are coordinating conjunction. You can see always joined equal rank of sentences. He was tired for he went to bed early. So you can see here, both the sentences are independent. Both are principal clause. They do not depend upon each other. I cooked dinner and he washed the dishes. Jen has a red car but Jill has a blue car. So both the sentences are independent. They do not depend upon each other, isn't it? Many examples I have given, dear children. You can see, so that your concept should be clear. Flowers are delicate. They need tender care, isn't it? You can see flowers are delicate and they need tender care. Both are independent sentence. They do not depend upon each other. Okay? Now come to the complex sentences. What is complex sentences? So complex sentences contains an independent clause and a dependent clause. The dependent clause begins with a subordinating conjunction. Always remember, dear children, in complex sentence there must be one independent clause and one dependent clause. One principal clause will be there and another will be subordinate clause. Because the boys went to the park, they did not go to the zoo. So here we are starting from the because conjunction. So first one is what? Subordinate conjunction, and the second one is principal. First one is subordinate clause and second part is principal clause. So one is independent clause here and one is dependent clause here. So it is complex sentence. The boys did not go to the zoo because they went to the park. Again same thing. So complex sentences consist of one independent clause and at least one dependent clause. Very easy. I washed my hands before I ate breakfast. Now dependent clause is I washed my hands, independent. Now dependent clause is before I ate breakfast. So it is subordinating conjunction here before. It depends upon the first sentence. So one is here independent clause and the second one is dependent clause. So it is complex sentence. When the cake is broken, take it out the oven. So here we have seen one is dependent clause and one is independent clause. So it is complex sentence. So a complex sentence is a sentence that contains one dependent and at least one independent and at least one dependent clause. While I am a passionate basketball fan, I prefer football. Here you can see the first part of the sentence, it is dependent. It is here subordinate clause and the second part I prefer football. It is principal clause. So we can see one is dependent and one is independent. So it is complex sentences. Okay dear children, you can see many more examples I have given. Because my coffee was too cold, I heated it in the microwave. So it is also, the first part is dependent and the another part is independent. So these are complex sentences. So I think it is very much clear to you that simple sentence which has subject, predicate and finite verb and which must have a one independent clause, and another is compound sentence which has two independent clause. Both the part will be independent, and complex sentences one will be independent clause and another will be subordinate clause. So there, I think there should be no any problem, children. If you like my video, then please like it and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.